You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh.
You must remember this. Casablanca may just be the most beloved movie of all time. It certainly is one of the most enduringly popular, and it just turned 75 years old. Casablanca first premiered in November of 1942 and was officially released in January of 1943. So it was set in the Moroccan city of Casablanca. I've visited there and seen this particular bar. But it was set in Casablanca, December of 1941. So it's about Rick Blaine, played by Humphrey Bogart. He owns Rick's Café Américain, which I did see in Casablanca. And Ilse Lund, played by Ingrid Bergman, the wife of a resistance leader. Rick and Ilse fall in love, but end up sacrificing being together for a greater cause, defeating the Nazi. So some things you may not know about Casablanca, which is listed as #3 of the 100 greatest films of all time, according to the American Film Institute. Casablanca premiered in New York, November 26, 1942, days after the British-U.S. invasion of North Africa. Its wide release date was January 23, 1943, as President Roosevelt attended a conference of allies in Casablanca. Let's take a look at a trailer for Casablanca.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. You're part of his work, the thing that keeps him going. If that plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. We didn't have, we lost it until you came to Casablanca. We got it back last night.
When I said I would never leave you.
And you never will. But I've got a job to do, too. Where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be any part of. Ilse, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that. Now. He's looking at you, kid.
I forgot to bring a hanky over here. This has got to be the most romantic movie of all time. Deirdre Rogers joining us today. Thank you, Deirdre.
My pleasure. Thanks.
This is a movie that you love too.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I guess who doesn't, you know?
It's inspiring on so many levels, yeah.
You know, it truly is, and as we were just talking about, this greater cause that changes this love affair. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a spoiler, but if you haven't seen it in 75 years, you deserve to have a spoiler. What can we say?
It's always worth watching again, though.
Yeah, and it's about freedom, ultimately.
It is. And the choices that we make, whether they be, you know, what we choose every day, selfish or to serve others. And so it's, I mean, it really resonates on all these levels and actually has resonated for a lot of people and different causes.
And is still
Liberté,
going.
yes.
And for that, one of the lines that they have in there that is the most famous is, "We'll always have Paris."
Oui,
so,
oui.
You are going to play us a special song.
I am going to sing for you all, and it is my pleasure, avec mon plaisir, to sing this song. It is the French National Anthem, and it is a song that has inspired many other countries and many a French person. But it's a song about liberty. It's a song that, you've got to see the movie just to see the scene where the Nazis are all singing this song about the Rhineland and the fatherland, and then Victor Laszlo, one of the heroes of the movie, steps up and says to the band, "Play La Marseillaise."
Beautiful.
And they do, and everyone in the whole room stands up and sings with them. So sing with me from home, if you want to. Allons enfants de la patrie, la joie de gloire est arrivée. Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'homme d'honneur sanglante est la vie. L'homme d'honneur sanglante est la vie. Entendez-vous dans nos campagnes mugir ces féroces soldats? Ils viennent jusque dans nos bras, égaux
nos fil, nos compagnes, osams la citoyenne, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons. Vive la liberté.
Beautiful, Deirdre. That is, again, almost a tearjerker. It's so beautiful because this movie is so about liberty and love and all that kind of things. So we're going to give you a little trivia about Casablanca. So here's a fun one. Though it was set in North Africa, Casablanca was filmed entirely at Warner Brothers Studio in Burbank, California. It's a little bit disillusioning,
yes.
But hey, they made it pretty real.
They did
I'm
it
not kidding you.
Yeah, we did it up.
Yeah, you don't have it last that long without being great. So you know something interesting about Casablanca as well.
Well, a few things. Let's see. It was from a play. It was a play written by Murray Burnett and Joan Allison called Everybody Comes to Rick's. And Rick's is the cafe in Morocco where all sorts of wonderful things go on.
Rick's Café Américain.
Yes, exactly.
I maybe don't speak French as well as you do. Well,
I don't speak Spanish.
And here's
well,
funny
but...
too. Now, as a writer wannabe as well, when the writers wrote this and they began the filming, they did not even know how it was going to end when they wrote it.
Yeah,
when they're starting the filming.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, yeah,
wow.
that's going by the seat of your pants, as it were, or playing it by ear, or winging it. Yeah, but that's the most exciting thing about being a creative person.
I know, because the ending is everything for that movie.
It
Without
is.
that
It's
ending, it wouldn't
so
have been the
profound. It's so worth watching. I mean, no matter how old a person is, because it just has such richness and depth, and it takes place during this world crisis. I mean, it was a world crisis. We were at war. And something I thought was so interesting is Casablanca, meaning White House. Some people have conjectured that that it was a metaphor for the United States coming into the war. And I thought that was kind of interesting. I'd not heard that before, but...
Yeah, and you never know. There's all kinds of hidden meanings in these things.
Indeed,
well.
there is.
Anyway, Casablanca, you have to see it. If you haven't seen it, it was amazing. I think it may be famous for some of its quotes of most. 100 greatest movie quotes of all time.
Yes.
And there's like 6 great ones. So we have, here's looking at you, kid. He says it 4 times, Rick does. We'll always have Paris. Yeah. But nobody says play it again, Sam. That was weird.
Oh, a few people used to. When Woody Allen came out with that funny movie. But Round Up the Usual Suspects.
That's another
That's
one.
from the movie The Usual Suspects. It actually got its title from that.
Well, we could go on and on about Casablanca, but just see the movie.
It's great.
Deirdre Rogers, thank you so much for joining us.
Mon plaisir.
All right. That's a look at Casablanca. We're going to be right back on Sandy and Friends.
The future brings as time goes by.